If we strike Iran, the price of oil...
Oil prices tumbling today despite renewed...
When war starts, people usually assume the winners are the usual people. The soldiers, the governments, maybe weapon manufacturing company. But those who make real money from war are never near the war. And they are people you've never thought of. And once you see who they are, you will never look at war the same way again. Let's start from the obvious one. Soldiers fight, government spends, defense company provides weapons. Yes, and from that, you can clearly assume where the money goes. And it's true, defense companies make billions of dollars from wars. But here's the problem. They're just a piece of a much bigger system. Because war doesn't just destroy a country, it moves money, a lot of money. Companies that build weapons, missiles, tanks, aircrafts, they see spike in prices, spike in profits, government signing billions of dollars worth of contract. And that's the part that people see. That's where people assume money goes. But what if I told you that is not where the biggest money goes? The real money doesn't come from fighting. The real money comes from everything around fighting. When war erupts, one thing becomes unstable immediately: energy. Oil supply gets disrupted. And when oil supply gets disrupted, oil prices shoot. When oil prices shoot, the oil industry makes a lot of money overnight. Not because they are fighting, but because the world suddenly needs what they control. Oil companies, suppliers, commodity traders, they don't need to fire a single bullet. The war does the fight for them. Fast forward, cities are destroyed, economy collapsing. Governments and organizations now pour billions, sometimes even trillions, into reconstruction. Now the logistic companies come in, the construction companies come in, the engineering companies come in. And to them, war isn't the end of destruction. It is now the beginning of business. But here's where it gets more interesting. War creates uncertainty, and uncertainty creates opportunity. Market shakes, right? Prices shift. And oil, gold, currencies, stock, they move. Everything moves. And people who understand this movement, the investors, the hedge fund, the institutions, they position themselves early, and then they benefit from the chaos. No weapons, they are not in the battlefield, just timing and information, and they make millions, billions from these wars. The painful part of it all is that those who benefit from wars are not even in the wars. They are very far away from the war. And the soldiers who put their lives on the line for their countries are not even benefiting from these wars. And it is not compulsory that you have to be in this list that I have mentioned to be benefiting from wars. Once you are connected to the system, directly or indirectly, you are already benefiting from war.